Hi, my name is Jen Edwards, and I'm one of the co-teachers for the upcoming retreat, Awakening to Interconnection, happening this April. But today, in the theme of that retreat, I would like to offer a meditation, and so if you're up for it, feel free to follow along. In a moment, what I'm going to do is switch the focus of the camera to an image happening around me in the environment right now. And the invitation for you is to remain with your eyes open, looking at the image and noticing any thoughts, any sensations in your body, any feelings, emotions, any memories, anything that you're experiencing internally as you sit and meditate on the image. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so here we go. Again, this will be a few minutes, nothing too long, and I'll be back soon. And so again, just noticing any thoughts that arise for you. Any memories. Any feelings, body sensations. Any stories that you start to imagine. Just continuing to notice your own complete internal response to this imagery without judgment. Nothing's right or wrong. And bringing this to a close, I'm coming back. And I'd just like you to take a moment and reflect on the things that you noticed about what your experience was like with that imagery. And again, no right or wrong, but what I'd like to put out there for today, Seagull is also wanting to be a part of this conversation. What I'd like to put out for you today is the idea that any of those, a large percentage at least, of those thoughts, feelings, memories, imagery, internal visceral body sensations that you experienced in response to that image isn't random, that you experience those particular things because of your story and your associations that you have with that environment that I displayed. That my experience and my reaction is going to be different than anyone else's, and that's because I've lived the life that I've led, and I've built up a pattern of associations and memories that all interweave and link to color my perception of that environment. And I refer to that as part of the narrative that we're living on a day-to-day basis. And what's cool about recognizing that is, one, then when you know that you're living in a story and your own narrative, you begin to notice it more and more. You begin to get curious as to why you're living the story that you're living. And then you also get to have the opportunity for choice as to whether you want to continue to live that narrative or not. And that's a big invitation that I have for you today. So if you found that interesting, or anything that I'm saying interesting, I really would encourage you in your day-to-day life to pause a moment when you're having an experience, or when you catch yourself perceiving something in your daily life in a certain way, and ask yourself, what part of my story am I living right now, and is this the way that I want to continue living it? Whether it be a perceived reaction you have from a friend, or an interaction with a cashier at a grocery store, or your sense of how you move through your work day, any of those things. So I'd love for you to consider that. And if you really want to take a deep dive into anything that I'm saying and putting out there today, I also, of course, invite you to our upcoming retreat in April, because that's a big part of what we're working with, how to understand and acknowledge our narrative, and how we can then really step into a place of empowerment, of moving and shifting that narrative in ways that we would like, so that we get to live in the world in the most peaceful, compassionate, connected way, and with choice in how we engage in it, and with choice in the story that we're living each day. So thanks, and I'll see you later. Bye.